Mysterious lights in the sky, shocking encounters no one can explain, and secrets governments refuse to reveal. Are we truly alone? Or are the answers hidden just beyond our reach? In this video, we're going to show some of the most intriguing cases. Stick with us to see the most famous UFO stories in modern history.
Roswell Incident, 1947, New Mexico, USA. In July 1947, the quiet town of Roswell, New Mexico, became the center of one of the most enduring UFO mysteries. It all began when a local rancher discovered strange debris scattered across his land, metallic pieces, unusual foil, and sticks that didn't look like anything from Earth. The U.S. military soon arrived, collected the wreckage, and initially announced they had recovered a flying disc. But just a day later, the story changed. The military claimed it was only a crashed weather balloon. Many locals, however, didn't believe it. Witnesses reported seeing military convoys, secretive operations, and even rumors of alien bodies being taken to an Air Force base. Over the decades, Roswell became legendary. Ufologists argued it was a government cover-up of an extraterrestrial crash, while skeptics insisted it was simply Cold War technology, possibly part of Project Mogul, a top-secret balloon program. Regardless of the truth, Roswell shaped modern UFO culture. It inspired books, documentaries, conspiracy theories, and even Hollywood films. To this day, the Roswell incident remains one of the most famous UFO cases ever, an event that continues to fuel speculation about whether we are truly alone in the universe. The Rendlesham Forest Incident, 1980, Suffolk, England. Late at night, guards saw strange lights descending into the nearby forest. Believing it could be a downed aircraft, they went to investigate. What they found shocked them: a glowing, metallic craft on the forest floor, with strange markings on its surface. As they approached, the object reportedly emitted beams of light and then lifted silently into the air, disappearing between the trees. Over the next 2 nights, activity continued. More servicemen witnessed flashing lights, strange movements in the sky, and radiation readings at the landing site. Deputy Base Commander Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt even recorded his experience on tape, describing lights, like stars, that moved and split apart. The military insisted there was no threat, dismissing the incident as misidentified lights from a nearby lighthouse or stars. But many of the trained witnesses stood by their testimony, insisting they encountered something extraordinary. Today, the Rendlesham Forest Incident is often called Britain's Roswell, a case still unexplained and hotly debated, one that leaves open the question of whether visitors from beyond may have touched down in England's woods. The Battle of Los Angeles, 1942, California, USA. On the night of February 24, 1942, just weeks after Pearl Harbor, Los Angeles was thrown into chaos. Air raid sirens screamed, searchlights cut across the night sky, and anti-aircraft guns fired more than 1,400 rounds into the darkness. The military believed the city was under Japanese attack. But when the smoke cleared, no enemy planes, bombs, or wreckage were ever found. What sparked the panic? Witnesses described glowing objects and mysterious lights hovering above the city. Some claimed they saw a large craft slowly moving against the beams of the searchlights, apparently unaffected by the heavy gunfire. The U.S. government quickly downplayed the event, blaming war nerves and weather balloons. But many residents never accepted that explanation. With UFO sightings becoming more common in later decades, researchers began linking the Battle of Los Angeles to the possibility of extraterrestrial visitors. Today, the incident remains one of the most dramatic mass sightings in history, a night when the U.S. military unleashed its firepower against something still unexplained. The Westall UFO, 1966, Melbourne, Australia. On April 6, 1966, in the suburb of Westall, Melbourne, Australia, more than 200 students and teachers witnessed something extraordinary. During recess, a strange, silver, saucer-shaped object appeared in the sky. Witnesses said it hovered silently, moved rapidly, and then descended into a nearby field. Curious children ran to the site, only to see the craft lift off again and vanish at incredible speed. Soon after, military personnel and unidentified officials arrived. According to witnesses, they cordoned off the area, ordered people away, and even destroyed parts of the field where the object had landed. Many students later claimed they were warned not to talk about what they had seen. Teachers, too, reported being pressured into silence. Despite this, testimonies remained consistent. The craft was unlike any known aircraft, moving with precision and speed far beyond 1960s technology. To this day, the Westall UFO incident is Australia's most significant mass sighting. With hundreds of witnesses, alleged government involvement, and no clear explanation, it remains an enduring mystery, one that continues to fuel debates about whether something truly otherworldly visited that schoolyard. Beyond sighting strange lights or objects, some reports describe something far more unsettling: direct encounters with beings, entities that move, communicate, or behave in ways we don't recognize. These accounts remind us that the unknown isn't just a shape in the sky, but a presence that can change everything we think we know. Let's talk about some of them now. Varginha's ET, 1996, Varginha, Brazil. In January 1996, the small city of Varginha, in Brazil, became the stage for one of the world's most mysterious UFO encounters. Locals reported a strange cigar-shaped object flying in the sky, leaving behind smoke before crashing near the town. Soon after, residents claimed to have seen unusual creatures wandering the streets. 3 young women described a small being with brown oily skin, a large head, ridged forehead, and glowing red eyes. Terrified, they ran for help, and their testimony quickly spread across Brazil. Rumors grew when military trucks and armed soldiers were spotted in the area, allegedly transporting both the crashed craft and captured entities. Witnesses claimed one of the creatures was even taken to a local hospital. The story gained worldwide attention and was dubbed Brazil's Roswell. While the military insisted it was nothing more than misidentified people and animals, many ufologists believe the Brazilian government covered up a real extraterrestrial encounter. To this day, the Varginha UFO incident remains one of the most famous and controversial cases in UFO history, an unsolved mystery that continues to spark debates and curiosity worldwide. The Aerial School Encounter, Zimbabwe, 1994. In Roa, Zimbabwe, over 60 schoolchildren witnessed something extraordinary. During recess, they saw a silver disc land in a nearby field. Out of it came strange beings, small, with large heads and black eyes. The children claimed the beings sent telepathic messages, warning them about pollution and the future of Earth. Psychologists who interviewed the kids found their stories consistent and sincere. Decades later, many still stand by what they saw. The Pascagoula Abduction, USA, 1973. Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker were fishing in Mississippi when a glowing craft landed nearby. Strange robotic beings with claws dragged them aboard. The men said they underwent a bizarre medical examination before being released, shaken and terrified. Over the years, both men passed lie detector tests and never contradicted their story. Even decades later, Calvin Parker maintained every detail until his death. The Kelly Hopkinsville Encounter, USA, 1955. In rural Kentucky, the Sutton family lived through one of the strangest nights in UFO history. They claimed that small glowing creatures, 3 feet tall, with pointed ears, long arms, and yellow eyes, approached their farmhouse again and again. For hours, the family fired shotguns, but the beings never went down. They just floated around windows, peeking inside, before vanishing into the night. When police arrived, they found bullet holes and terrified witnesses, but no creatures. And what do you think of these stories? Are they just hallucinations, local folklore, or perhaps there really is something beyond our understanding? Do you know any stories about UFOs or unusual encounters? Leave your story in the comments. Did you like the video? Subscribe, like, and share. See you later.